Hey everyone, Josh here again, and I realize I'm late yet again. But I hope to make up for it with a slew of a few new videos at least, posted tonight and tomorrow. To start off with is my movie review of Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell. I was greatly looking forward to this movie after, especially just marathoning the original Evil Dead series again. Great movies. First one, in retrospect, I don't actually like all that much, but I gotta say, I'm much more for the humor in it. Evil Dead 2 is genius. Army of Darkness, a lot of people don't like it. I still found it hilarious. So, as a reference, to go from there, I want to say that Drag Me to Hell was okay. Now, I realize I'm going to get panned for this, most likely, but I just didn't find it all that amazing. It was pretty creepy at times, sure. The humor was pretty effective at times, sure. Story was pretty interesting, I'll say, but I just left this movie feeling unsatisfied. Now, I imagine this is largely because the movie just feels kind of inconsequential. It feels like a stretched out TV episode. Now, while the humor added to the enjoyment of the Evil Dead films, I think this movie probably would work better just as a regular horror movie. I mean, like I said, there are a couple cute things in this movie, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't really do it for me. The story, if you didn't know, is basically just this loans officer at the bank is approached by an old gypsy woman, and since she's fighting for a promotion with this other guy named Stu in her office, Stu's pretty huge dick, and Stu is right next on the line to get said promotion because he can make the hard decisions, as her boss says. She has to make the hard decision with this gypsy, and in refusing the gypsy places a curse on her, which is the ancient gypsy creature, the Lamia, which is done to do the gypsy's most evil deeds. And so on from there. The Lamia's curse is that it tortures you for 3 days, and then it, well, you guessed it, drags you to hell. It progressed at a great clip, don't get me wrong. The story started out fast and never really stopped. And it was fun to watch. And the characterization was pretty decent. I actually thought Justin Long did a really good job on this one, too. And whoever played Stu was quite amusing, as small as the roles they had. But it just didn't do a whole lot for me, and I'm not really sure why, to be honest. I'm having a hard trouble explaining this one, because you know what? I should like this. Has crazy-looking evil gypsies. That sounds pretty fun. Ancient demon that has a promise to drag you down to hell. That sounds pretty badass to me. And jokey gross-out humor. Also pretty cute. But you know what? Just didn't really like it. The effects are more physical, which is nice. The CG effects, there was some there, and they didn't look all that great, but it didn't really bother me so much. I don't necessarily mind that, as long as it's not embarrassing, of course. It was well scripted, it was well thought out, but I don't really even have that much to say about this movie, so I'm going to cut this review short. And, outside of the music, by the way, for the gypsy, I wanted to mention that whenever the gypsy's around, it plays this kind of cheesy, like, string music. It's pretty amusing. And the anvil joke really got me. I won't spoil anything, but you'll laugh. If you like Sam Raimi movies, you know what, go and see this, because you probably like it. I just didn't really do a whole lot for me. As it stands, I'll give Drag Me to Hell probably a rental. I don't see it as really something you need to go out and go to the theater to spend that much money on, but you know what? If you really, really want to, you still probably enjoy it, at least somewhat. Go with friends, I'd advise.